the number one issue that I see is that they think that they can use templates to acquire a business. There's so many different things with this. I see this on the upper markets of where someone works in private equity and has all this experience and think they know so much about buying a small business because they have represented a company buying a small business. What they don't know is that even as someone who went through law school and became an attorney and specialized in mergers and acquisitions, my associates could not pick out the correct template every single time to work on, having 5 years experience specifically working on the legal documents. Now, I train my team members really well. They have a lot of experience, but there's still just so much that they don't know that a decade of experience in mergers and acquisitions has given me to be able to say, I know what's in this template and I know what's missing from this template. They might be able to pick out the right template to use, but they don't know what's necessarily missing from the template or what we need to address and customize for this specific transaction. So a lot of people say, oh, lawyers work from templates. Not really. We have a standard set of documents that we've vetted that apply in different circumstances, but I have very, very different base documents. I don't like to call them templates because they're really not base documents that apply in the event of a membership interest purchase. So if you're doing a stock purchase, but it's for an LLC, it's actually called a membership interest purchase. So we have those. We have ones for deals of $1 million, deals of 5 or 10 million, deals of 25 and 50 million. So there's a lot of different scale that you have to these types of transactions and expectations of the parties. Things like knowledge qualifiers or the amount of representations and warranties or the amount of closing deliverables necessary for different size transactions. So respectfully, if you think that you know a lot about transactions, but you have not been a mergers and acquisitions attorney for 7 or 8 years, there's so much you won't know. ChatGPT can't get you through this. Templates can't get you through this. If you try to put this private equity template that you've had a lawyer approve or something like that in front of a seller who has a $2 million business and they're faced with 20 plus pages of representations and warranties, 3 plus pages of reps and warranties for HR and 3 plus pages of reps and warranties for tax, you're going to lose the deal. And it's not worth losing a deal. And also, if you're on the business side, you don't know the legal aspects that are going to go into this, and they are complex. There's so many things. When we take a base document, we don't just make a couple edits. In a lot of instances, we have massive, massive restructures and overhauls because while something is a base, I review every single sentence, every single paragraph. We customize absolutely everything, every bit of information that you've told us, every bit of thing that we've looked at from due diligence influences how those documents are customized for deliverables, representations, and warranties. A simple thing, if you have received financial statements and then you have representations and warranties saying that they are prepared in accordance with GAAP and they are audited and all of these things, but let's face it, the company has not been having accounting practices in accordance with GAAP. They're going to see this and say, did you even look at our books? I mean, none of this makes sense based on the transaction and due diligence materials that you provided. So number one mistake I see, obviously this is not with our clients, but with so many people coming to consultation calls telling me, I'd like for you to work off of our templates. I worked in private equity, I worked in investment banking, and I have templates. They're not necessarily going to be great. And also people have said, oh, well, I found these templates on the internet. I'm sure if you're in entrepreneurship through acquisition, you know that there are sets of templates that people share on the internet. And I'm saying, ooh, I've actually reviewed those templates and they're not good. They're not going to actually protect you the way that you think they are. They're not going to actually do what you think they're going to do in a transaction. We have battle-tested templates, and that's the reason we do share our LOI template. We do have our set of templates early on in the transaction that I feel comfortable sharing. Our pre-LOI due diligence request list, our due diligence request list, our closing checklist. Those things are not going to get you into deep water if you use our templates. We also have explanations and videos explaining how to use our letter of intent templates, all within Acquisition Insights. It took me years to feel comfortable putting together a template that I feel like I could educate people enough of, like, what you know, what you don't know. Here's how to customize it. We give a discounted rate to customize our template if someone buys it and then realizes they're in over their head or there's something different or something. So it took me a lot to put those templates out, because templates in the wrong hands with someone who doesn't understand what they don't know. And the only reason I do share those is because I also provide the educational resources, the videos, the training materials. I clearly state what you do and you do not know. If someone uses templates and they don't know what they don't know, you are going to get yourself in a whole lot of trouble. And I would hate for someone to spend millions of dollars on a business and it not be legally enforceable because they don't realize all the transaction documents that they need to legally close a transaction. It's not real estate. It's not private equity. It's quite a bit different. Entrepreneurship through acquisition has to be tailored to the size of the acquisition company that you're buying. It needs to be thoughtful and you need to be well protected.